Hey guys, we're in a different location. We're in my kitchen, and today I am going to show you how to make sweet potato fries. And in addition to that, sorry, I'm washing my hands, I will answer all of your questions and ask one or two of my own. Okay, so we're going to make sweet potato fries. So we start out with a sweet potato. Let's wash it. We're going to want to peel the potato. Hooray! I'm gonna move over here so I can peel it. Do you like our trash bag on the floor? I thought you might. Before we do that, we're gonna want to preheat our ovens to 450 degrees. Hooray! Molly, you had said you went to go see Stephen Hawking and you didn't know what disease he had. I can tell you what disease he has. Stephen Hawking has ugly disease. But apart from that, I have no idea what he has. Oh, there's a bruise on my potato. You wanted to know what we did for Easter. I went to Tyler for Easter, and we didn't even get to really have Easter. We had my grandfather's 75th birthday, and that was it. In case anybody wanted to know, peeling potatoes sucks. Molly, you also wanted to know what when our last day of classes was. I don't know when my last final is because I don't have the schedule yet, but I know I have to be moved out of the dorm by May 14th. So I guess May 14th or earlier. And then I start summer classes. And I'm not excited about my summer classes. A, because my parents are freaking liars and told me that I was going to have an apartment, and now they're going back on their word, and they're like, oh, it's too expensive. Well, you should have been able to figure that out on your own. And I'm getting another text message. Who is texting me? And there is a giant ass bruise. I got a crappy potato. I really want to get these in the oven before Modern Family starts. Modern Family is like my new favorite show. I didn't watch it before because it came on at the same time as Glee. But now that now I watch it all the time, and it's freaking hilarious. Molly, that's really not awesome that Clash of the Titans is sucktacular, because Michael really wanted to see it, and so did I. And we haven't had the chance because we've been busy, you know, buying important things like groceries. And there is a potato thing in my sleeve. Okay. What? Michael, what? I love you so. Aww. He says, guess what? He says, I love you, silly goose. Aw, precious. Oh, speaking of men showing affection, you know a man loves you when he buys you some good shoes. Michael got me some flip-flops, and they were not cheap. And they have memory foam in the soles. They're so comfortable. I want to take them everywhere. Kaya, I honestly don't... Oh, you had a top 10 question. That's right. Okay, here's my iTunes. This is on my iTunes, not on my iPod. It would be very different. Well, not very different, but it would be different. My top 10 on my iTunes, number 1 is The Shit by Danger Mouse and Gemini. Number 2 is Spasenie Sodolal by Pavel Chesnikov, sung by the Corleone Men's Choir in Vancouver, Canada. Number 3 is Wonderwall by Oasis. 4 is Closing Time by Semisonic. 5 is Real World by Matchbox 20. 6 is Semi-Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind. 7 is Delicate by Damien Rice. 8 is Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis. 9 is Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve. That is Michael's doing, because I don't really like that song. And number 10 is The Bitch Went Nuts by Ben Folds. I'm shocked there's not more Ben Folds on my top 10. But like I said, this is my iTunes. I don't really listen to my iTunes as much as I do my iPod. And I don't know where my iPod is, so. Oh, jeez. There's all sorts of spots on this potato. This is a crappy potato. You can tell I'm a picky eater when I don't know what good vegetables are. Do you hear all those people outside? This is what I live with. Potato is peeled. Now we're going to move over and chop this baby up. Okay. Anyway, so I went home and I was watching Oprah because Glee was on Oprah today. And I'm really excited about the new season. Are you excited about the new season? Okay. Yes, I realize I'm using the wrong kind of knife, but this, and this are the sharpest things I have next to a butter knife. So,
I'm a bad motherfucker.
Okay, so now that I've gotten them cut in half, it's not so hard to cut them into pieces, but it is kind of hard to get them into nice, good-sized pieces. They look like carrots. It's because they have a lot of carotene in them. Okay, this is what I have: olive oil. It says to use vegetable oil, but I think that's booty meat because olive oil is way healthier. So we want to use 2 teaspoons. I'm using my roommate's spoons. 2 teaspoons of olive oil. If anybody watches Michelle Phan, you know this is like her favorite thing because it removes makeup and all that good stuff. Okay, so there's 2 teaspoons of olive oil. And then they say 1/4 teaspoon of like salt and pepper. But I'm using good old Seasonal because it has both, and Seasonal's better. Okay, come here, Seasonal. Okay, so here's, look at that, delicious. And pour it in the oil. And then mix it up. So you kind of have a, I don't want any to spill out, but it's just all over. It's kind of a orange, it looks like honey with crap in it. Okay, so I'm only gonna do like half a potato at per turn because there is a lot of potato and not so much this. Like I can make more, but I kind of just want to, like I have enough of this to go on one. Like we made these last night in wedges, like the recipe said, and we had a really hard time getting them to cook all the way. So I wanted to make them into little fries so they would cook quicker, but I didn't realize how much of a chore that would be. So I'm definitely not going to do this again. Pastry brush. Okay, so instead of like doing this by hand, I'm just going to toss these on here and paint them instead, because I think that would be a lot easier than having to do it by hand. And I feel like the Michelle fan of food with my little brush, but I feel like I would be getting a lot more coverage. I am so Michelle fan. And more seasoning and oil on the fry. And that one just fell apart on me. It was an emotional fry. Okay, so my fries are seasoned thanks to my pastry brush that made it go by way quicker. And with a last minute seasoning. Whew, that oven is hot and ready. Putting them in the oven. And here we go. Hot! They look and smell good. They're a little black, but I think they'll be good. They smell delicious. And there you go. So there's sweet potato fries. Bye!